Hey yo, we are back online. I am not sure what had happened. Uh, exactly, Matt Yaki, you are correct. There must have been spoilers happening. So we're going into take two right now of our uh, Couchdoodles live Inktober edition. Gotta love when the stream drops. Sorry about that, gang. It happens. We are back in effect. Sometimes the stream just goes down. Sometimes it goes down. It might be that I'm in a house of 7 people, many of which are online. My cable television's online. My stepson is playing his PlayStation, watching YouTube. We've got 5 devices online just in this room alone. So it makes sense. Maybe I need to throw some more cash down and get faster stream. I do know they're putting FiOS in my neighborhood, or some sort of. Maybe it's not FiOS, but I know it is fiber optic because they dug up the ground and did. Hopefully, it'll be up and running soon. Okay, so what I said I was going to do is talk a little before the stream went down. I wanted to talk a little bit about Black Flag. So here we are. This is the cover of the very first preview edition that was inked by Todd McFarlane. Some of you guys may have seen, if you go on YouTube, there was an interview that I had done, and one of the snippets that they isolated was being inked by Todd McFarlane and the story behind that. So what had happened with this cover was that, of course, I wanted Todd McFarlane to ink me. And so what... it went offline again. It looks like it went offline again. This is crazy. It just went down again. Back on the attack. Yeah, okay, we're in. Sorry about that. So I wanted Todd to ink this cover. Got my pencils done. Sent them out to him. He took a bit of a long time, and so I asked where it was. They told me to be patient, and then they faxed over something that looked horrible. I was mortified. I thought Todd was not giving his best. It looked like somebody had let their toddler ink it. And I didn't know how to say I was displeased without seeming not grateful. And they had let it go for a while, letting me know that I was being slightly ungrateful for Todd's hard work on the cover. Anyway, when I finally came to terms with it, they finally sent me the actual cover. They had Terry, the assistant, do a really fast job over photocopy, and it looked really bad. And it gave me a lot of anxiety. But the cover that ended up becoming the cover of Black Flag #1 is this one here. As you can see, it's got that Frega McFarlane signature. It says Don on here, which is Mr. Don Skinner. He was the colorist. A lot of people don't know, though, that this is a Chris Leitner, aka Liquid, one of the halves of Liquid color. It's his guide, and I own this original guide. Thank goodness. This here is Black Flag as rendered by Stephen Platt, inked by John Sabal. This is one of the pieces that I wish I still had. The owner of it was kind enough to send me a scan of it. I always found it interesting, the proportions he chose to use. But one of the things he got right, considering proportion, is that one of the things that Gorilla can do, as we saw in issue 4 into issue 3, part of issue 4 of Black Flag, is that he can essentially get bigger and more ferocious. And as he does, he loses his intelligence and goes more feral the bigger and badder he gets. But here you can see he's big and bad, but maybe he's just having a nice calm moment. And then, of course, we have the Rob Liefeld Frega combo. Again, this is Andre doing some really excellent work as always. And then we jump into issue 0. I thought on this PDF I have here, you guys have been asking for a compendium of it. I have a PDF that's a compendium, and again, at a certain point, what I'll end up doing, I think I'll start the newsletter, have this be a freebie of the newsletter, have a couple other things be like links that you can get, like some of my Procreate brushes and the free flow drawing system, things like that will come as download links in the newsletter. So my son is hilarious because he calls this guy, and appropriately so because of the design, he calls him Blue Deadpool. He is Rascal. He's actually only 2 years younger than Deadpool. He invented him in '93. Has some of those Deadpool cues, but he is definitely not Deadpool. Once anybody reads the book and sees what we have planned, they will realize, oh, he's not. We had Shelby Robertson come in and do some of the Rascal origin story, which you're seeing here. And he's leaving from his home planet and arrives in Dagger City. Then we cut to a section where Geisha is training at one of the facilities of Emoto Industries. She gets an alert call to go to where her father is doing a trade show where he's showing this pseudo armor that can change shape, which is based on the technologies from Rascal's home planet. He, of course, is attacked by Dojo Yama ninjas who want the technology, but something happens. This is one of Harrison's favorite parts, is the butt. He says he's 6, so that's what happens. Looks like Dad got a sword stuck in him. Very much looks like that. This is Shrine. This is a Sniper's origin story drawn by Logan Libera. Then we jump into number 1. And this is where we need to start paying attention. This guy here, his name is Reza Hellfire. He is the master, one of the masters of hell. There are 2 masters of hell. There's Reza Hellfire. Here's Spot running, carrying this case called the Tavares Tapestry, and we don't know what that tapestry does or why he's running with it, but we will find out. That's a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. It's just a little hint. We then run into another guy on the other side of the bridge, and his name is Fillmore Filster. That's him right there. A lot of people ask about the hands on Spot. We will get into why that is the case as well. Here's some of Gorilla's origin story. I want to show you something here. This right here, we can say that this is part of the Dan Frega swipe file. Okay, watch this. Gorilla School folder 90s. Let's see if it comes up. That would be awesome if it did. It might not. Yeah, there it is, guys. Look at that. Hopefully it pops up. No, it didn't. But we'll see it a little closer. There we go. There we go. You can call me the Swiper General, because I'll just let you know that's where I got that image from back in the day, and it's because I was learning how to draw gorillas at the time, and even went to the zoo and did all that. But finding a screaming, roaring gorilla without the internet had me resorting to peachy folders. So that's where we got that guy from. So I thought you guys would love that. Matter of fact, maybe I'm gonna take a snapshot of it. Oh, that's not it. Boom. There's a thing on Facebook called Book Swipe. So I like to report swipes. I'm gonna call myself in. I'm gonna call the swipe police in on me. I'm gonna swap myself. We got some more gorilla breaking himself free. We get into some of Sniper's origin. Who is this guy McIntyre? Who is this guy? Why is he punching our man Dalton Snipes in the stomach? We should find out, man. We should find out. Hey, trick or treat, Mr. Green. Enjoy your time with your kids. Be well, my friend. Be well. Then we get into Raiden. He's quite possibly one of my favorite characters in the book, favorite to draw. There he is dipping into the Granacata gems. One of the things, like I said, I liked to do back in the day was hide things in the background. So some of the stuff I can read, this is a bad scan, but that says Plat 2 Tap, which is Plat Double Tap. He had a character named Double Tap. That says Rob Liefeld loves Joy. This is before they were engaged. They were dating at the time. That says Shit Happens. It's My Monkey, the last movie I saw by P. David. Fred, one of my best friends. He's the one that took all the pictures for the grave. KLS, that's my friend Kira from high school and her birthday. Miller, Daredevil, Kirby. I would just hide stuff, and I did that a lot in the Black Flag series. Here we see a little bit more funky, fun storytelling. Some more stuff with the Granacata gems. Back into Sniper in essentially the Danger Room. Then we get into some sketches in the back of the black and white book where we see some characters we've never seen before. There's some sketches for Raiden designs. You can see I had that Sniper hat design done even before I did the book. I just never had done it until we did that Asylum story. Here's another character you've never seen before. His name is Bass. He's a foil for Spot. Here's some more of Raiden's older costumes, which will make its way into the new one. Funny thing about this cover, this one says Splat and Frega. This was a variant for issue 2. He was so busy on Prophet, and we had solicited that he would be on this, that he provided really loose pencils, and what I had done with his pencils is I took them to finalize inks, and we ended up doing it very, very fast. As you can see, this feels like Dragon Ball, and we've got a guy that looks a lot like Sub-Zero, and they're in something that looks very much like a fight video game. And what we do find out is my brother just sent me a text. We find out that in fact it is Spot playing a video game, and I used to hide things in here like Nizuggets. I was always throwing funny things in the background. Here he's listening to Fragaboom of all things, and then I hid things in case of Twiz Break. Call Alicia, pay bills. Alicia was my girlfriend at the time. That was not her number, but the 370-3739 was my number when I lived in Martinez. Some more stuff. Look at Warchild from chat. OPPAG was Alicia's initials. Exactly, the battle idea I had for my channel. That's kind of where it came from, man. What up, Admiral? Dark Admiral March Hare, it's good to see you. Let's see, we got this. I still have this page somewhere, this original, but it's water damaged, so I don't really consider it as one of my original collections. This page, though, this is the only page of Black Flag that I basically said I will never sell. And I'll tell you why I will never sell this page. It was drawn Thanksgiving break 1994. So it was drawn November of 94. And I happened to do it on my grandparents' dining room table. And that's the same house that I featured in Kids Spring, same house that I featured in The Grave. I drew it at their table, and that was the last time I was able to hang out with my grandma. I did not know that, of course I didn't know she was going to get sick and pass away that coming March, but that was the last time that I was able to like spend time with her. So this page just kind of reminds me of my grandma in that time. So that's why I have it and won't ever let it go. I believe I gave this page to Ron Reif, the colorist. And right here it says DF loves NO. I think I had broken up with my girlfriend at that point in between those pages. Dan Frega loves no one. Look at that. Piznitsa, 30 minutes or your mama. I would hide things like that. This was another one of those pages that had hidden stuff. And like, check this one out. Talk about bad noise. He's in the he's in our chat group. See that Marvin by Andy Frega? I had taken a drawing of his and I translated it and put it into the comic. So if I was 21, that means he was 11 when he drew this. What else is in here? Chizips with Ass Taste, a Viewmaster, MTV Grunt Brothers, Dictionary of Slang, a walkie-talkie, an Akira comic, 7-Up, Extreme Studios, a note that I wrote to Spot when I met him. How very meta. Wanted or Not, Crazy Frank Rizzo, Magna Doodle, yeah, Spawn Toy. Look at it, Spawn Toy just chilling on the shelf. These are like little snapshots. So we got Gorilla here. Drew Posada, one of our great colorists, very innovative, this guy. Look at what he had done in the eyes. You could always tell when it was a Drew page. And then we get into one of my favorite double pagers of the book. This is one of the pages that I really wish I still had. It is it's got the team. It doesn't have the kids, but it's got the team, and it's got them in their poses, and nothing really says Black Flag like this double pager, and the energy that's involved in this double pager is let's just say this is step one of what we're going to do in this new series. So we have Emacs. They're the people that created Gorilla, and they wanted their weapon back. One of my favorite covers, ink by Andy Troy. You can see when I drew it. Here's the date, September 16th, 94. So there you have that. A lot of times I drew covers before I drew other things. Here I hid two of my favorite movies. I hid in one panel, and that's in panel 2. I drew a Todd McFarlane style cityscape, but then here, if you look, see it says A Big Kahuna Burger right there in the window. That is Jules talking to Brett in Pulp Fiction. And there's that big Kahuna burger right there. But also, if you scroll down a little bit, we have Leon the Professional and Matilda carrying the plant from the movie The Professional. And then, for good measure, I'm in the corner waving at them. So these are some of the things that I would hide in my backgrounds. It's kind of interesting to me that I drew this cover here before I drew the cover of Black Flag #1, because that triple gatefold I had drawn on Halloween of that year. So here we go. We have this guy named Gills. He's a bad guy. He eats people. Again, hiding things. That's me looking tough and cool at the time with my bad attitude face and my Oscar the Grouch t-shirt, Beavis and Butthead. Here we are again. I made Sam Jackson. You can tell I had a big love on for Pulp Fiction. We got this character named Crazy Clown. Here's the observation room in Black Flag. This thing's going to get an upgrade. I'll tell you that. That observation deck is getting an upgrade for sure. Sexy Geisha. Some more fun stuff. This character was based on the look of Eric Stevenson. These two characters here, that is Byron Tallman, a.k.a. Snakebite Cortez, and that is Danny Mickey. Here's where we start getting into some of the hidden stuff. Okay, this was one of the pages I didn't like. I remember I was very sad with the way this was colored up. I think Bill Simpson might have colored it. No offense to Bill, but it's very yellow. Very, very yellow. The whole page reads as yellow to me. Okay, so here's where I would hide details. Of course, I had a little problem with Jim Lee because the Gen 13 idea was lifted from something called Nest Robber, and I was really just, I don't know, mad about it. Here, this is Hey Gomez, good luck. If you see that in the far left corner, it says Hey Gomez, good luck. That was for my friend Mike Gomez. See that there? Beer, 714-277-5176. Black Flag Hotline. This is what I was talking about as far as hiding things. And when you zoom back on the page, look at what a small inconsequential detail that was. I would draw gummy snacks, anything I can think of in the trash. So this was my way of having fun, I guess, and I was trolling, which I very much regret doing that sort of stuff. But here we see, this is what I was talking about, when Gorilla gets mad, look what happened. His teeth grow, his claws grow, and he turns into this more rabid, tough guy. Here we go into issue 4. This is probably the most important issue leading into the new Black Flag series, Pineapple Perception. This is one of the ones that you want to make sure you would have read. When I wrote this stuff, I was young, so there's a lot of conceptual things that I'm very happy with, and I'm not going to go back on anything. Everything is canon. But I definitely feel like this new one is a little more sophisticated. So these guys duke it out again. Frega Mustard, there's a Bad Rock comic. Evan Dorkin's Milk and Cheese. He would always say gin makes a man mean. So I put Dork and Gin. Sorry, Mr. Green. I called this Cop Lunch. It was donuts. There's Crazy Mouse. I can't believe it's Fabio. Wizard. What does that say? Gen 13, Campbell cheese spray. Yeah, but I also hid Gumby and Mr. Bill in there too. So good times were had regarding that. But those digs at my cohorts, I regret. I regret doing that. It wasn't the place for it. So I can say here and now that I wish I hadn't done it. But can't go back. Here we go. Speaking of wish I couldn't do, that's when I killed J. Scott Campbell. Yes, I did. Because he had said some things in Gen 13 that had upset me, and we were going back and forth about comics, and then one day he decided to make fun of my rapping, and I killed him in my comic. I've apologized for that too. Here's some sexy time. Our girl Geisha wearing the cool thing. Okay, here we have some more stuff that was important to the Black Flag Pineapple Perception. And what that is it's when this vault is broken into, and this guy that looks like Eric Stevenson is looking for this. At last, the Golden coin will be mine. Well, this is somewhat unexpected. Who is there to protect the Golden coin? And who's there really trying to steal that coin? That would be this guy, Hellfire. He is there. He's really disguised as Eric Stevenson. Now we go back to Rascal. Sadly, the page that Andre lost. We get back into the fight some more. There's Byron and Danny again. Killer Clown, etc. We see that Raiden gets pushed out a window. He gets defeated. Sniper is trying to come in for the rescue. Goes to shoot. I didn't draw these pages. Starting here, this was Shelby Robertson. He assisted me on this. I forgot about this. But as we can see here, was right. They were after the Golden coin, yes, but it was never at risk. Raiden and I removed it from the vault, and I was wearing it around my neck. Oh God. Oh my God, Sniper. So let's go back a couple pages, okay? When we see her, there it is. There's the Golden coin around her neck that she was talking about. But what happens? She's lost it. Oh no. And then we get this. We are triumphant, my children. Revel in our victory. He's holding the Golden coin. Now that we possess the Golden coin, we shall rip the gates of Hades asunder and claim Earth as our own. The mortals who infest our world shall drown in the blood of hellfire. See you in July for a 0 month at Maximum Press. The secrets are revealed in Black Flag number 0. Then we have the files. We have something that never was, where we see Black Seed and what Black Seed was to be. Here's some looks for Sniper. Here's a new character that I had that works with wrenches and gears to work on this machine back there. But you'll notice that there are some crossover feelings in here. See some of this? It kind of reminiscent of Gear Station a little bit. There might be some thinking in there somewhere. I don't know. Creatures and Minions. Creatures and Minions. So these were just some more designs that I had. Some more characters. Pie Gal Charlie. This girl named Scribble. Another one that works with her wrenches and such to work on those gear machines. Tinkerer's Shop. Anyway, that's like a walk down Black Flag Lane. Thank you guys for your patience and working with me and taking a look at that. That was a tremendous amount of fun for me to be able to do that. Eventually what we'll do is we will go through this book here. which was Gear Station. Not a lot of people have this cover. This cover is a Dynamic Forces exclusive. Dynamic Forces is also Dynamite Comics now. March 2000, look at that. By the time we start Black Flag up again, it'll have been 20 years since we did Gear Station. That's a bit of time. And we have all these characters and situations in this book to deal with, and these characters like Darwin Lightwing and this guy here, who's very important. His name is Yoshi. Anyhow, thank you guys for joining me on a little trip down memory lane regarding Black Flag. 13 in the Skull's Eye, Wu-Tang reference. More than likely, I'm a big-time Wu-Tang Clan fan. In fact, I had the great opportunity and honor to work on American Saga, the Wu-Tang Clan story, which is now on Hulu. So if you watch the first and second episodes, I was part of the creative team that created the visuals and some of the storytelling for that. So if you guys get a chance, watch that. Thank you for the good question, my friend. Let's see. We are at the 10 o'clock mark. 7 o'clock for you trick-or-treaters in California. And it's 9 o'clock over in the Central Time Zone. Hour behind. Raise a glass, drinking some Pinot Noir. So here we go. We are going to draw the word ripe. And we've drawn a couple zombies this go around here on Inktober. So I think it wouldn't hurt, especially for Halloween, to close out the month with a ripe, decaying zombie. Here we go. Raekwon named me Pre-Raphaelite Shaolin. Cool, man. I didn't know you met Raekwon. He's one of my favorites from the whole group. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat there for a second, yo. Okay, so ripe. Ripe, rotten, disgusting, ripe. You guys haven't seen me do any real cartooning. So what I'm gonna do is create a zombie burger. And we're really gonna have some fun with textures. This is one of my favorite parts of Procreate. See that? Then I go like this and I say, make it a circle, and it does it. And then I say, this one here, I want that to be an ellipse, and then I can edit that ellipse to be what I want it to be, which is that right there. Bust up this fingernail right here, chip it, that, and then the meat's coming off. get the end of that bone in there. The chef. Shout out to those with the forgotten mountain time zone. Thank you, Matt Yaki. You're right. Mountain time zone. What was I thinking? That was not cool of me to forget. Represent mountain time. We got Mr. Milton, one of our mighty moderators. My apologies, man. Boom. So I'm doing, drawing this finger here. Oh, Matt Yaki, you're in the house. Dude, your colors, let me turn on the camera. Issue 2 looked amazing. It looked really, really good. I had a couple notes because there were some character color issues, but that was about it. I think there's something where you can literally adjust hues and things, nothing big. And I think the other stuff went out to Mattel. So, awesome work, dude. I can't wait to see you in person and high five you, because damn, good stuff. Man, that must have been cool meeting Raekwon for sure. So getting parts of this burger in there. Again, just thinking about textures of things. What would these things be like? Since we have more people in the house, I want to let you guys know about our first guest. Some of you guys know about him, but our first satellite guest, obviously our very first guests on the Couchdoodle live show were Andre Kromoff and Matt Yaki, but our very first guest via satellite will be inktober, inker extraordinaire. You guys know him from his comic book Black and White. He also did Cable, worked as an inker over guys like Jim Lee, Will Spertasio, Arthur Adams, Rob Liefeld. Really an amazing talent. He's stopped by in our chats before and said hello, but he will be live with us. Stay tuned for this. He will be our live guest on Tuesday, the 5th of November. Also, that's Dan Kemp's birthday. If any of you guys are friends with Dan Kemp, November 5th is Dan Kemp's birthday. Just thought I'd bring that up. Gotta have a slice of cheese in there. And then let's do this. They're maggots, Michael. So this I want to show you guys something regarding contours. I've done this on my live channel, not my live channel. I've done it. Yeah, I think I did it live before. I've explained something about contours and how they work. So we're gonna do a little contour lesson next to this rotten and ripe burger. Art, yeah, it's close, Jason. It looks like it's spelled Thurbert, but it's T-Bear. So let's say I have this letter C right here. I'm gonna draw 3 of them, okay? And I'm gonna show you the power of contours since we're drawing worms. This is why we have the power of contours. Sometimes silhouettes work good, but it's not all of the information. So what if this the contour of this thing to forever be going away from me. See that? We can see that the direction of that worm is going away. Now, what if I wanted it to go away and then come towards us? So we go like this, and suddenly the direction changes. Well, now this says this is a whole different shape as far as this. This feels like that this twists this way, where this shape is doing this. Then you can have another thing where it's going away and then going away again, which now that thing is facing that direction, where this one is facing this direction. They all have the same silhouette, but their contours are different. And that's if you think of these contour lines as rendering lines instead of contour lines. So if I erase out those contour lines and replace them with rendering lines, you can see that we can do the same effect with rendering lines. So that's sort of a little secret for you guys, or not secret, but tip, whatever you want to call it, little Fragaboom blasts, little extra info. Getting some education on Candy Day. What up, Leg Kick? Chauncey Blakely, what up, man? It's good to see you. Sorry about the deal dropping out. We were having some major issues with it dropping out, and I don't even know why it was happening, but like someone said, maybe I was giving out spoilers or something. All right, so then I want some teeth in here, because teeth help. So part of a jaw, some canines, some molars go on the inside here, like this. Maybe a part of a tongue, and curl that tongue up to give it even more dimension. Shadow underneath the eyeball to make the eyeball feel like it's really sitting on that tongue. Ground it. A little bit of texture in there to give that tongue a little feel to it. Voila. We got the eyeball sitting on the tongue. Let's put a little shadow back here to separate it out a little. You guys see where this nasty ripe burger is going. Let's get a big bit out of it, since we're gonna try to do some fun texture things, so why not? So then we get sort of a cross section of what this burger's like, and that bread. So that bite would go like that. See some of that cheese, do that. Think of some other disgusting things that could be in here. A bone. Again, we're doing overlap here, so that bone is behind that piece of cheese, giving it the illusion that it's kind of coming up and around. Thank you, Mr. Oots. Conveying so much with so little is kind of twofold. I got that from one of the guys that I really enjoy, and I've had my stuff. People will say, "Oh, clearly you like Mobius." and that would be it. And Mobius is one of those guys that I felt like could say a lot with a little, so he's one of those guys that I really dig. The other thing too is in storyboarding, one of the things we try to do is draw very fast and try to capture as much as we can, and not giving too much info. And the reason for that too is sometimes, especially when you're doing pitches and things, sometimes if something is too finished looking, the client will mistake that that's exactly what you're trying to do, and they'll get hung up on the details of the drawing, not realizing that it's supposed to be representative, you know? All good, and I'm in and out getting my daughter ready for bed. Right on, man. How old's your daughter? Should probably put some bits of hair in here, like it was a stringy mess. Again, overlap is our friend. Create some wet ickies on the hair. Dun, dun. I'm really excited to have inktober on next week. Talk to him about comics and working together at Extreme, what it was like inking Jim Lee on the X-Men, what it was like working with Dan Panosian. Eventually we'll get Dan Panosian on as well. You could see here that I'm threading these sort of like weird noodle things, and this is that Todd McFarlane webbing trick, right? If I have something that kind of goes through thematically, we get these noodles that are kind of trailing up and around. We get the idea that it's complete. 7 going on 13. That sounds like my house. Mine just turned 8 in May. I just killed one of those crazy bugs right now. That's what that stomping sound was. Maybe I need to put him in here. La cucaracha. Let's do that. Just gotta find a good place for him right here. Overlap is our friend. Has a depth cue. They have those. Little deals there. Little chunks of corn. And candy corn. How about that? If we're gonna put disgusting things in here, let's put some candy corn up in there. That's a tasty burger. What was the concept behind this Inktober? I know the word was ripe, and you do have a specific day for art to be on. I want to share that ahead of time. Jason, today's word is ripe, and one of the things that I think about the word ripe is anything that's sort of rotten and disgusting, like someone smells ripe, or avocados or bananas that are ripe. Maybe overripe would be the thing, but I imagine that this burger here is ripe tasting, or ripe smelling, or whatever, but it's, to me, I believe it's ripe. Let me scale it up a little bit. There we go. Then here's our little trick that we've done before, but I want to add a noodle that goes down and hangs, drapes across this here, goes under the cheese, cross, under, down and over, right? So we do this, like that, under that maggot, down and over, down and under, like that. And we could do the same thing, like this, and it's just sitting on that eyeball, all gross and weird. Like that, and we take the eraser, we erase out what's behind that noodle. Turn the opacity on that bad boy back up. Merge that down. There we go. It goes under the cheese. Don't exactly cut it off. Oh. Put another finger in there, kind of going the other way. Some more of that funky meat. Funky meat, y'all. Funky, funky meat, y'all. And can't forget intestine entrails, right? Not that I would know what they look like, but I think they would look like this. Now I gotta put that bottom piece of bread in there. Some more of that bite, but it's just spilling out. There we go. Fix that P just a little bit. Ripe. Here we go. Nice, tasty, ripe hamburger. Some more hairs and whatever these things are popping out. There we are. And there we have it, gentlemen. One ripe and tasty dope t-shirt for fake beef craze. Yeah, man, it's the old Impossible Burger. Impossible Burgers actually weren't too terrible. I had one when I was in California last, when I was there for PowerCon. Freddie Williams happened to buy me one, which was really kind of him to do. We are back. Let's see what's going on with the stream. It looks like it's, oh, there we are. I'm signing on the stream itself. I'm seeing my signature signing the piece. So anyhow, curly pube. Yeah, nasty. That I'm surprised I didn't add one of those. That would have been extra good. In fact, speaking of curly pubes, let me see if I can find something. Spot.com. Here's one of my old websites. You'll see I haven't updated it since 2013, so that's going on a long time now. Over 6 years ago was the last time I had done it. And this was a place where I used to post some things. Kind of a bummer. Like this had the storyboards and then the video, and then the video later on the videos got taken down. But this was a spot for I think it was called Sundrop Soda, and it's kind of like a Mountain Dew thing. And this one was drawn a lot quicker than the other one was. This one you can see had a lot more work done on it. But we were inside of a grocery store. Shopping for sodas, cool. Zombie apocalypse. Buying Sundrop Soda, really cool. Super cool. And then the zombies attack them, and anyway, a lot of fun. That gig was a lot of fun. I'm trying to find the reason that I wanted to look this up is the mention of, here's some of my chocolate storyboards. Maybe you guys remember this, but the Hershey's would melt. And the melt would become people, and then the drop would become another person and another person, and they'd be around the world. This was like a Christmas one. So I had done Hershey's for almost 7 years. I did their campaigns. This is a Maroon 5 video shoot. This was driving to the shoot. This is Muhammad and Joseph. Mo is the AD and Joe is the director. Here's Adam Lambert on drums. This was our multicolored, multicultured, multi-talented crew. I thought this picture would be a cool picture to take, so I took it. Here's some of the extras. And we got, that's me shooting second unit on a Canon 5D. This was my angle to get, was all the low angles. That's why you see my foot and you see all these sort of up shots of Adam. This was a job I had done for Six Flags. These are all really old jobs. This was for the Bloodhound Gang. I did a music video for something called Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo, where I designed the car for the music video, and these were done on paper. This is before I was doing stuff digital, but you can see, if you ever see the music video, you can pretty much see that it played out this way. A lot of sexual innuendo, a lot of butts and boobs and things like that, driving into a vagina with a giant wiener. There's the video, it's still there. Korn, I created the special effects for, not the effects themselves, but how the effects would play out. You can see these are looser, but this is in the Korn video how the guys fell apart. So the effects company used these suggestions for the Korn music video. There's that. NSYNC and Wolverine. This was a page out of Wolverine right here, and in it I put some of my buddies. So right there, that's Josh Keaton, that's Ryan O'Brien, that's Chris Kirkpatrick, buddy of mine, that's Lonnie, Justin Timberlake, guy named Joe Mulvihill, Ali G before Ali G was popular, and then Brian Truman. You saw him on the chat yesterday. Well, this was the reference photo I shot backstage at an NSYNC show. I added the other guys in later. This is also a great place, you guys, if you want to compare. Let's take this for example. Here are my pencils to the issue of Wolverine. I want you to notice that he's got a cigar here. He's got a cigar here. He is smoking one here, and he's holding one up to his mouth here. So there we are. That is Wolverine 168. So let's look at that again, okay? We have that. Now let's go to readcomiconline.to. Just that was Coming Undone. That's the Jason. You were right. That is the correct Come Undone. That's it. Wolverine. So let's look up Wolverine, the series. Wolverine 1982. That's not the one. Wolverine 1988, I believe, is the one that we're looking for. And we are looking for 168, correct? A lot of people don't believe or understand when I talk about this issue because of what happened during this issue. But you'll quickly see the page we were talking about. Look at here. No cigar. No cigar. No cigar smoke. Now he looks like he's throwing down blue steel. Why? No cigar. So when we were on this, look at what I drew. Okay. Let's see. There's no cigar there. Here we go. He doesn't have it in here. So here he's got cigar. Part of the design of the page is the cigar smoke. Here he's got the cigar. Let's go to that other page to where we see that there is no cigar. No cigar, no cigar, no cigar. So we can say close but no cigar. Anyhow, that was one of the things that really was a pain in the buttocks working on that. Again, I always tell people that I lay out the entire issue first. Here's some of that proof here. This is on an 11 by 17 piece of paper. the whole layout for the entire issue. So you can see here's that page with Logan and the cigar, and where's that other page? Here's that other page here that we just looked at. This is how I would get stuff figured out, but I would always lay out the entire issue first. What up, Phantom Hero? How are you, sir? Good to see you, buddy. Here's, remember I was telling you about Fight? The one that Rooster Puncher was like, hey, that sounds like that one. Fight, 2011, that's when I parked it. It's a simple concept. 2 combatants, 5 items, 1 location, and a fight to the death. The first one will be about an 80-year-old war vet versus an 8-year-old black belt. You have to stay tuned to find out what they fight and where they fight. I have a Facebook page dedicated to it, and you can find it here. So if you go and you click on that, you will see this page called Dan Fraga's Fight. It's been parked like that for 8 years, December 9th. So 8 years, and here's like a little peek of it. This was like my my little teaser for it. Never did it. Rise of the Silver Surfer. Here's some storyboards from the Silver Surfer. Rise of the Silver Surfer Fantastic Four 2 that I had done, and this is the part where I got to draw Galactus. And like I said before, I got to the point in the script where it says a giant ball of debris. And I said, but yeah, where's Galactus? And they said, that is Galactus. Of course, you can probably understand my disappointment when I got to that. Here's some unpublished covers that I had done for a buddy of mine. I laid them all out on index cards to get his approvals. Here's some of the tighter versions of things. So this is the way that cover turned out. Here's some pencils for that, and then this is the way that cover turned out. Again, a lot of people didn't get to see this stuff because they weren't published. Let's see what else is in here. Here's some Adidas storyboards. Here are some Ghostbusters Citrion commercial, Matt Yackee on colors here. There's the commercial itself. Hard Times animation process. This is what made me think of the pubes, but for some reason I never posted them. When I was directing Hard Times, a lot of the direction and character design came in the storyboards. So these were my storyboards for this. And if you want to see the clips for the episode, so you see here's the character standing with all those kids. You can see that same shot here, very close in execution. There were some changes because we went, in some places we went more King of the Hill and less Simpsons, and sometimes we went more Family Guy, etc. These were a bunch of my convention sketches back in the day. Some of my favorites. Look at that. I had drawn Robot Man before I knew I ever drew Robot Man, and here I am working on the show. Apparently I've drawn him before. I didn't realize I had. Excuse me. Random sketches. Anyway, if you guys want to like cruise through this old school thing, it's simply fragaboom.blogspot.com. A lot of classic stuff. Here's a book I did called Lightwing that featured this character from from Gear Station named Darwin Lightwing. This was inked by the incomparable Joe Weems, colored by Matt Yackee. Here's some of the pages that never came out. Eminem Tupac pitchboards, some more of my favorite scenes. Anyhow, here's the Superman issue. Here I was complaining 9 years that these pages have been lost, but it ended up panning out to being lost for 13 years. Black Panther 50. A lot of people want to see what my pencils look like. Here you go. These were some of the pencils on Black Panther 50. I was always a detail fiend, as you can tell. I like detail and I like drawing detail. It just gets me into trouble. And then, let's see what else is on this thing. And then we'll work things out. Oh, trailer for some a horror movie. Here's the Prince boards. Warrior's Way, Fantastic Four. This was my tryout that got me the Fantastic Four job. And they asked me to, and this was part of why I got the job. They literally asked me to write a scene by myself with the Fantastic Four that would be like an opening to a movie. So this was, we had flying over the city. As we do, we see a car smash through a building. We see someone inside. We pan over to see where the car is coming from. He's throwing more cars. It's this crazy monster. We see the car flying away from camera as Human Torch bursts through it. We then fly with him as he throws fireballs at the monster. I drew little mini boards to show this little twist that he does on his way out. The team arriving, looking all badass together. This is way, way, way before that Avengers shot, by the way, where they all land and we do that thing. I did these way, way back. But anyway, if you guys want to see the rest of those, this was summer of 2006, so that just tells you. Unpublished Black Panther 51. This is the one I was fired from. You can see here that some of the pages, here are the 3 pages that were completed, but I had laid out the entire story, as you can see here. And you can also find more of that. Here's the unpublished Weapon X issue. Still never published. Some more Dragon Ball boards. Some more layouts and the Wolverine pencils. But anyhow, that's a quick and fast look at the old school Fragaboom.blogspot.com website that you guys can have fun and give a gander if you so feel like you want to. Please do. I like being able to let you guys see some of the work that I did during when I was not working in comics. You can see some of the stuff I was up to and the things that I learned. I'm saving video. I'm saving this right now. I'm multitasking, so as soon as we get off the stream, I will post that ripe hamburger to Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween. I hope you had a wonderful Inktober. A good portion of you guys shared every evening here with the dudes in the boom room and with me. For that, I'm grateful. Thank you so much for joining. We have much, much more coming down the line. We'll see about tomorrow if there'll be a live stream. Keep your eyes peeled. The best way to find out is to keep an eye open on all the social medias, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Everything is under Couchdoodles. And also down, where would I point? Down there. Down there, there'll be like a notification bell, like right around there. So when I go live, it'll go bing, bing, bing. Hey, your dude is up doing his thing. And again, tune in next week for sure. If you're going to miss any days, tune in next week for sure on Tuesday, where we have our first via satellite guest, Art Taber, coming to us from California to talk to us about Chronos Mechanics, his new Indiegogo campaign, his other Indiegogo campaign, Black and White, his career in comics, inking such greats as Jim Lee, Arthur Adams, Rob Liefeld, Will Spertasio, also being a member of Extreme Studios, what it was like to work back in the day in Extreme Studios. So please do us a favor and come and join. It will be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss it. You guys have a good one. Peace out, dudes. Thank you guys for joining the stream. I'm very glad to do it. So you're welcome, and right back at you. Thank you. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I've got some fierce deadlines. Again, getting double duty between Doom Patrol and He-Man. Doing my best to keep going, eating healthier, except for the 3 pieces of candy. Damn you, Snickers and having peanut butter Snickers. You took a Reese's and a Snickers and you slapped them together. I don't even know if they're the same company, but they did that, which were 2 of my favorite candies. Now, if they figured out a way to put Twix in there too for that cookie crunch, we're done. Your boy gonna get fat. I don't know who your boy is, but it ain't me, because I'm not eating that shit. Anyhow, you guys, I'm going to close out the show with our bumpers. Anthony, it's good to see you again, my friend. Here are our bumpers in a row with a lot of comic book greats, starting with Billy Tucci. So thank you again for watching Couchdoodles Live Inktober edition. This is me signing off for day 31, the end of Inktober. Great night. Thank you again. I'll see you guys later.
Hello everybody, I'm Billy Tucci and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom!
My name is Carl Setter. You're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
I'm Ron Michaels and you are watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom!
I'm Stan Sakai and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
I'm Norm Rev and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom!
Hi, I'm Juanjo Guarnido and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
Hi, I'm Todd Knock and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
Hi, I'm Scott Williams and you're watching Couchdoodles with Fragaboom.
I'm David Mack at San Diego Comic-Con. You are watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
I'm Carlos De Anda. You're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
Hi, this is Arthur Adams. You're watching the Couchdoodle Show, and I will not say Fragaboom.
Hey guys, this is Humberto Ramos, and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show.
Yo, this is Sanford Green, and you're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.
This is Cheeks. You're watching the Couchdoodles Show with Fragaboom.